Now on 4 News Now at 6, false threats made to Spokane County schools today, part of a nationwide trend. Hear from the FBI on the traumatic impacts.
And our temperatures are rising, and so is the fire danger. I'll let you know when you should be on alert this weekend.
And a local salon turned into a boutique for wildfire victims. Why one woman says being able to pick out her own clothes is so important. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. We begin with breaking news tonight. The Pullman High School football team is now under investigation for repeatedly saying discriminatory language to the other players during their recent game against North Central, forcing the officials to call the game early. Thanks for being with us tonight. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Sports Director Julian Menensone joins me now with more on this breaking news.
Thanks, Kirsten. The game on Thursday was stopped with about 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. According to Spokane Public Schools, the discriminatory language was directed from the Pullman players toward the North Central players. Spokane Public Schools says the Washington Interscholastic Activities Association and Officials Association are looking into the incident. Disciplinary action could be taken once the investigation is complete. Pullman was leading the game 35-7 at the time of the suspension. Now, it's too soon to know whether the score will be upheld or the game will be forfeited altogether. Of course, we'll bring you the latest on KXLY.com. Live in the studio, Julian Menensone, 4 News Now Sports.
Thank you, Julian. Today marks 4 weeks since 2 wildfires swept through Spokane County, leaving destruction and devastation behind.
I'm just physically and mentally exhausted.
For the hundreds of families who lost everything in the fires, the last month has not been easy. And as they settle into a new normal, the need for everyday essentials is still there for a lot of people. Natalie Grant shares how one Spokane salon is stepping up in a big way to help their community.
Over the last 4 weeks, many businesses and organizations have stepped up to help the victims of both the Oregon Road and Gray Fire rebuild. That includes places like Des Soleil Salon and Spa here in downtown Spokane, who's offering a personalized and dignified shopping experience for people who lost everything so they can start to rebuild what they lost.
It means something to me and my team to be a part of helping them rebuild.
Over the last 4 weeks, the lobby of Des Soleil in Spokane has transformed into a one-stop shop for fire victims.
We have everything from essentials right now to name brand designer tagged items that they are picking through and taking bags upon bags out.
Their inventory of new and gently used donations have now helped over 30 families. On Friday, Daniel Hall, who lost his home on Silver Lake, was picking out clothes.
It's been overwhelming and exhausting. It's hard to explain, but I'm just physically and mentally exhausted.
He said this past month has been full of sadness, but a bright spot has been the outpouring of support from his community, just like this.
If anything good comes out of this, I think it's going to bring people together.
Lee saying that when the fire happened, so many people wanted to help, but just didn't know how. And she's happy to be a place where people can turn and is willing to lend a hand until the community no longer needs it.
And I think that's our main goal, is they're going to be able to come in here and grab what they need to go to work tomorrow or go out to a fancy dinner.
Now, if you or someone you know was impacted by the fires, you're encouraged to contact the salon to set up an appointment to come and shop their inventory. As of right now, they're not accepting any more donations, but we do have ways that you can still help on our website, KXLY.com. Reporting in Spokane, Natalie Grant, 4 News Now.
New at 6, the Spokane Medical Examiner has identified the body of a man who drowned in the Spokane River more than 50 years ago. The Medical Examiner says Bruce Sherman accidentally drowned in the Spokane River in 1971, and they were able to identify the body with the use of genetic genealogy tools. He was just 28 years old when he died. With temperatures rising this weekend, fire crews are going to be on high alert. And that is why our team of weather experts here at 4 News Now have declared this Sunday a weather alert day. Matt Gray is in for Chris tonight as our weather team tracks these fire weather conditions.
And we're certainly seeing fire weather conditions this afternoon, even when it comes to humidity. There are a lot of places, as you can see on the screen behind me, where the humidity this afternoon and this evening, as we head towards we head past 6 o'clock now, has dropped below 20% or is hovering very close to it. And that's one of the key factors when we talk about how fast these fires can spread during the afternoon. The other factor, of course, is wind, which we will talk about in just a moment. But our humidity, very dry air mass sitting over us. And as we continue to see these hot afternoon temperatures, they're not hot by summer standards, but they are hot by September standards. Well, our humidity going to continue to go down. Sunday in particular is the day we are watching where we could see widespread areas of humidity at 15% or less during the afternoon. Another thing about Sunday that happens to also be the windiest day of the weekend. A cold front's going to come in, and as we head into Monday and beyond, much cooler temperatures will come to the inland northwest, something we've been anticipating for a while. Unfortunately, these are also going to bring some pretty gusty winds as this front slides through during that very not so humid portion of the day. And so the combination of all of that means fire danger until we can get some significantly cooler temperatures, but it's going to take a while for that to get here. And so for Sunday afternoon, we have got to be careful. We've got to treat it like a windy summer day because of how dry it still is, even with all the rain we've had over the past month. We've just got to be very, very careful. That's why we have a weather alert day. I'll talk about the rest of your weekend forecast and more on that cool air coming up.
And speaking of the weekend, Matt, get ready for delays on the Maple Street Bridge and TJ Meenock Drive. Crews are moving into their next phase of construction. Starting Monday on the Maple Street Bridge, all northbound lanes will be closed from 8 p.m. through 6 in the morning. That's until October 6th. The entire project is expected to be complete in mid-November, but starting tomorrow, traffic will also be reduced to one lane in each direction on TJ Meenock Drive, right near Northwest Boulevard. Tonight, police are investigating baseless threats that warned groups would open fire and start a disaster at schools on the north side of Spokane. Police discovered that this threat was shared all across the country today and quickly worked to determine it as not credible, but it's still part of a growing problematic trend. Jordan Smith spoke with the FBI today about these threats and why this is such a difficult trend to reverse.
Yeah, these hoax threats, particularly the ones that are aimed at schools like the ones this morning, it's a difficult trend to stop and really even chip away at. Because of the prevalency of mass shootings here in the U.S., each one of these threats, whether it's a swatting call or social media threat, they're taken incredibly seriously and they're treated like they're real. And the people who are creating these threats know that. And again, multiple school districts here in Spokane County reported ominous threats Friday morning, which warned of a group bringing weapons to school. SPS says that all threats are taken seriously, and they make an immense effort to reach out to parents and release the most up-to-date information as they get it. Steve Burns with the FBI says that these threats are draining on police and is traumatizing for the people that these threats are directed toward.
It could cause quite trauma, quite the trauma for the people at the school that all of a sudden is under lockdown after seeing some very well publicized events of real life mass shootings. I'm sure people are on edge all around the country, and no one wants to be that next school.
But Byrne made a point to say that the legal stakes are high for a threat like this. The person responsible, they're looking at serious penalties.
There are federal penalties that are available to us, especially when these threats are made interstate or to a public school or very public place. There may be federal charges that can apply.
And these threats can carry a sentence of several years. Spokane police were quick to discredit today's threat. Extra resources were also present around certain campuses as a precaution. Local law enforcement often trains to make sure schools are set up with extra precautions so that they can be prepared for active threats. And Byrne does say that if you see a threat like this, the best thing the public can do is report it right away, no matter how small it might be. But they say don't share it on your social media page. Just share that threat with law enforcement and they will take the appropriate action. You can do that here in Spokane by calling Crime Chat. Reporting in downtown Spokane tonight, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Still ahead, one of Gonzaga's premier preseason tournaments is relocating. We have the latest details coming up in sports.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Save your greed!
Immune boosting supplements, gummies, protein powders, body and beauty care, vitamins, minerals, and more. Keep it natural and local. Save 35% throughout the Natural Living Department this Saturday at all Huckleberry's Natural Markets.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric. With a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of 260 miles.
The Volkswagen ID4, now eligible for a $7,500 lease credit.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. Tina Turner's triumphant story is live on stage in the mega hit musical direct from Broadway. Prepare to be ecstatically blown away. September 19th through 24th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. On sale now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the four-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
Country Homes Power, Spokane's #1 source for quality hot tubs and swim spas, has truckloads arriving from the top American-made spa manufacturers just in time for the fair. Now is the time to reserve your new hot tub or swim spa. Get to Country Homes Power today.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spas Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything, including Quality Stoves' large selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves, featuring Lopi and Fireplace Extraordinaire. Sale ends Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas Post Falls.
Immune boosting supplements, gummies, protein powders, body and beauty care, vitamins, minerals, and more. Keep it natural and local. Save 35% throughout the Natural Living Department this Saturday at all Huckleberry's Natural Markets.
Well, Washington State football wants to follow up the win over Wisconsin better than it did last season. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesome. The Cougars host Northern Colorado on Saturday, and all week long the message has been don't let up. This is Washington State's final game before Pac-12 play. Last season, the Cougars followed up the win over Wisconsin by dismantling Colorado State, only to drop 4 of its first 5 conference games. The Cougars are looking to keep the foot on the gas for tomorrow's matchup against Northern Colorado and into the tough Pac-12 schedule.
To go out there and have the conference perform that way is really, what we expected. And we knew that there was going to be, every week was going to be a challenge. And for someone to go undefeated in this slate of games against these teams is going to be a real challenge. So that's what makes it great.
The Cougars have a tune-up game tomorrow. Kickoff is scheduled for 2 o'clock in Pullman. Some bad news for a former Washington State Cougar. Seattle Seahawks offensive lineman Abe Lucas will need knee surgery. Lucas was placed on the injured list earlier this week. He injured his knee during Sunday's game against the LA Rams. A timeline for Lucas to return is still unclear. Gonzaga's trip to the Maui Invitational Basketball Tournament has changed destinations. The tournament will be moving from Maui to Honolulu due to the Maui wildfires. The Lahaina Civic Center, which typically hosts the tournament, is being used as a hub for wildfire recovery efforts. The tournament is using its platform to raise money for wildfire victims as well. Along with the Gonzaga team, it's very good. The tournament team field includes teams like Kansas, Purdue, Tennessee, and UCLA. The tournament tips off November 20th. And for more information, you can visit our website, KXLY.com. Friday means high school football, and here in the inland Northwest, we have no shortage of games. While we wait for Friday Night Sports Extra, we decided to give you a little bit of an appetizer of what to expect tonight. Rogers hosting Freeman. This one's going on right now at Rogers High School, and this one had some big-time plays on both sides. We start with the Rogers Pirates. Aaron Kinsey with a deep pass to Orlando Moore, and Moore would do the rest. A long touchdown for the Pirates that would make the Pirate Mike Leach very proud. Rogers goes in front. Freeman would respond on the other end. It'll be Luke Whitaker. Whitaker drops back, throws it up, and Colton Wells will come down with it. Freeman, they would miss the extra point after the touchdown, so Rogers still be in the lead. Now time for the play of the game. Gavin Bodeman runs by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Freeman players. Ultimately, it took 6 Freeman players to take him down. Heck of a run by Bodeman. We're still waiting on the final score of this game. Tune in to Friday Night Sports Extra tonight at 11 for that final score. We're going to have all the top plays from this week in high school football and from around the Inland Northwest. That'll wrap us up for sports.
And it could not be a better night for football around the region. Could be the warmest football Friday night we see here for a little while, as much cooler air is on the way. But in the meantime, we're heating up heading into the weekend, and our fire danger is on the rise. More on that after this.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Adams Tractor.
Get $200 with a new checking account from Horizon Credit Union. We're here to guide you towards your dreams and put some extra cash in your pocket. Sign up in branch or online with the Get 200 promo code today.
Today through this Monday, if you're hunting for the best selection of sporty used trucks and 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive SUVs,
We got them, and we're pricing them right to move them out.
which means it's the perfect time to upgrade your vehicle to a better set of wheels before the winter months arrive. Bag a truck and save $1. Plus, this week, Cal is offering a minimum $2,000 trade-in for your old ride.
Cal's got it.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days, or get $3,500 total cash allowance on this Silverado with a TurboMax engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Do you have property damage? Burke's Restoration provides full-service emergency response for residential and commercial disasters. Wind damage? Burke's can handle that. Is flooding your problem? Burke's Restoration knows just what to do. Fire or smoke damage? Call Burke's today. You didn't plan on a disaster, but you have a choice on who restores it. Choose the best. Burke's Restoration takes care of fire, smoke, wind, or water damage and more. Tell your insurance company you choose Burke's Restoration. Call or click today.
Next ET, TV's #1 show heads to CBS.
This show has really hit a nerve with a lot of people.
The big change is coming for Yellowstone next ET.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
The doctor will see you now. But do they really? Do they see all that you are? At Kaiser Permanente, all of us work together to care for all that is you. Kaiser Permanente.
And it's a shame we have to talk about this on what is going to be such a beautiful weekend, but with the summer-like temperatures, unfortunately, comes the fire weather. And that is what we need to be. You got to be aware of what's going on and just be alert, especially as we head into the windiest part of the weekend, Sunday afternoon across the Columbia Basin and into the Idaho Panhandle. Already today, with the lower humidities and the warmer temperatures, we've been seeing some smoke plumes and some fire activity up in the mountains. Not all of these are active wildfires. We've got some prescribed burns, some agricultural burns, but at least for a few of these, we are, well, seeing things begin to crank up again. And at least for a couple of days, it's going to be right back into fire season mode, unfortunately, because look at these winds. Now, tomorrow, nothing too crazy, although we will start to see the gusts getting into that 15, maybe even 20-mile-an-hour range by the end of the day. But as we head into Sunday and into Monday, as we get a couple of shots of that cooler air that we have been anticipating now for several days, our wind gusts get into the 30-mile-an-hour range. We could even see 30 to 40-mile-an-hour gusts across the central Columbia Basin. And so that's some serious wind when it comes to fire weather conditions, and we have some seriously low humidity That's why we're going to be talking about this and making sure that you're aware of what's going on, especially during that critical time of Sunday afternoon. As it stands right now, there is a fire weather watch from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday. I think the odds are quite high that we will see fire weather warnings as we progress through the weekend for this same time frame across the inland Northwest. But as you can see here, this is the vast majority of all of you watching from home. You are under this fire weather watch. So look, just be careful out there and otherwise enjoy these beautiful summer-like conditions, because the way things are going, might be a while before we see them again. Upper 80s for Saturday. We'll see some 90s out there. And then Sunday, the clouds move in with that cooler air and the winds coming along for the ride. I expect air quality to be good on Saturday. Hopefully that continues as we get into Sunday and into Monday as well. But certainly we'll be keeping an eye on that part of the forecast as well. Really fast warm up as we go through the middle portion of the day. Our lows tonight, mostly clear skies in the 40s and 50s around the area. And then as we head into the afternoon, high around 87 for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, upper 90s in Lewiston. That's not the kind of September weather I think anybody really wants, but a little bit more comfortable at Omak and Grand Coulee as we're in the low 90s. Either way, you can see how warm these temperatures are. Certainly we'll see more smoke activity, especially for some of those fires in the Cascades. Now, positives here. Sweater weather's on the way as far as it comes to fire weather. Plus we have looks like a growing chance for some rain as we head into Wednesday. This is only about 20% in our forecast yesterday. And so the trend is definitely a positive if you're looking for more rain in your backyard. Certainly for most of this upcoming week, some pretty beautiful weather. Get out the flannels, Kirsten.
The pumpkin spice is going to make a little more sense. I like it. Thank you, Matt. Still ahead, the Auto Workers Union now on strike. The impact that can have on the economy coming up.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Lake Todd Creek Winery invites you to our annual harvest celebration, September 22nd through the 24th. Sip our best blends, learn about our vineyards, and snack on Elena's cooking. Come and help us celebrate our 42nd harvest.
Cheers.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $750 cash allowance on this Silverado. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Tuesdays at Northern Quest are now officially Tuesdays with a capital 2. Together with Coors Light, we're doubling up the fun for Camus Rewards members every Tuesday with 2 times the points, $2 Coors Lights, double promotion entries, $2 food specials, and too many more resort-wide deals to list here. So grab your Camus Rewards card and make the most of your Tuesday with Tuesdays, only at Northern Quest. Details at northernquest.com.
Tina, the Tina Turner Musical. See her triumphant story and prepare to be ecstatically blown away direct from Broadway. September 19th through 24th at First Interstate Center for the Arts.
When you live in the beautiful Northwest, there's nothing better than spending time on your deck. And nobody knows decking better than the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
From the early evening cocktails to the backyard barbecues, your deck is the most fun place to be. And during Windsor Plywood's end of the season decking sale, there's a lot of great discounts now.
Windsor Plywood.
With 2 locations in Spokane.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spas Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything. Save up to $3,000 off Quality Stoves and Spas' large selection of hot tubs and swim spas. Hurry, sale ends Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas, Post Falls.
Lake Todd Creek Winery invites you to our annual harvest celebration, September 22nd through the 24th. Sip our best blends, learn about our vineyards, and snack on Elena's cooking. Come and help us celebrate our 42nd harvest.
Cheers.
Save your green at Jennifer's.
Around the nation, a crucial week of negotiations with the nation's 3 unionized automakers ended in no deal. And now thousands of workers with the United Auto Workers Union are on strike in what could cost the industry billions. CNN's Ivan Rodriguez reports on the potential ripple effects to suppliers and local economies.
The contracts cover 145,000 UAW members across 3 companies, General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. All automakers boosted the amount that they were offering to raise wages, but it still didn't meet the union's needs. Now the question remains of how much this strike could impact the economy and also the union. As the clock strikes midnight, workers walk off the job at the Ford assembly plant in Wayne, Michigan, a GM plant in Wentzville, Missouri, and the Stellantis assembly plant in Toledo, Ohio. Targeted strikes designed to hit profit centers at all 3 automakers.
This strategy will keep the companies guessing, and if we need to go all out, we will.
Part of the United Auto Workers Union's demands include an immediate 20% raise, followed by 4 additional 5% raises, restoring cost of living increases, and retiree health care coverage for all hires.
I'm not greedy. I just want to make sure that my family is provided for and make sure that we can eat, bills paid.
So far, Ford has offered a wage increase of 20% during the life of the contract, which the company called generous. GM also offered a 20% increase and Stellantis 17.5%.
I'm very frustrated because I think we had an offer that resonates with our people.
President Joe Biden backed the UAW on Friday, sending senior advisor Gene Sperling and Deputy Secretary of Labor Julie Su to Detroit to assist with the negotiations.
The bottom line is that auto workers help create America's middle class. They deserve a contract that sustains them in the middle class.
The union did lower its initial pay demands late in negotiations, though apparently not enough to close the gap to the automakers' offers. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
We are heading toward respiratory illness season, and while viruses like COVID, the flu, and RSV are the common cold tend to start spreading in October, COVID cases are already on the rise in some parts of the country. There have been nearly 19,000 COVID-related hospitalizations in the past week. RSV cases are also on the rise in the South and small increases in the West and Midwest. The symptoms for both of these diseases are extremely similar.
Cough and congestion, runny nose, those are common symptoms to all 4 of those viruses.
Now, doctors say there are ways to help distinguish between the illnesses. First, look at how quickly symptoms start.
RSV and COVID are more gradual, usually in symptom onset, and may start with a runny nose and then progress to other symptoms.
RSV symptoms may also include fever, sneezing, coughing, and wheezing, while COVID symptoms include shortness of breath, abdominal pain, and fatigue. The CDC says the best way to protect yourself from getting the flu, RSV, or COVID-19 is to get vaccinated. But those aren't the only things you can do right now to help prevent these illnesses from spreading. Bronte Saratsky shares what local health experts recommend.
Fall and winter are when we usually see more respiratory viruses like COVID-19, the flu, and RSV going around in the community. But for the first time in history, we now have vaccines for all 3 viruses.
Health officials say there are more methods of protecting ourselves beyond just getting vaccinated. Checking respiratory illness rates in your community, washing your hands frequently for at least 20 seconds, and if you're immunocompromised, make plans now to be able to get tested and access any treatments necessary.
The biggest thing is, washing your hands often. When you go out in public, you're touching different things. It's a really good idea to kind of wash your hands really frequently. Avoid, touching your face really often. Those kind of things, they seem minor, but they're really big into helping prevent you from getting ill.
With all these respiratory illnesses going around, it can be hard to differentiate symptoms between the 3. It's why experts recommend getting tested when you can.
Which is why it's important to keep a supply of COVID-19 tests at home. So if you do start to feel sick, test yourself as quickly as possible. Live in studio, Bronte Saratsky, 4 News Now.
We have much more coming up tonight at 6:30, including a preview of what you can expect when the leaves start to change colors in this week's Air for Adventure. And one Spokane elementary is going solar. How these panels help students learn about the environment.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Country Homes Power, Spokane's #1 source for quality hot tubs and swim spas, has truckloads arriving from the top American-made spa manufacturers just in time for the fair. Now is the time to reserve your new hot tub or swim spa. Get to Country Homes Power today.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
If you're looking to score big on the best lineup of new and used vehicles, then come on down to Findlay.
At Findlay Downtown Toyota, we are loaded with new Tundra and Tacoma trucks, as well as brand new all-wheel drive SUVs just in time for winter. And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, we are full of great choices that come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty.
So if you're looking for a touchdown of savings, you can find it at Findlay. Findlay Toyota's downtown.
Is your home in need of a remodel? Then transform your living space with help from Costless Carpet.
Have you heard about Costless Carpet's new Rhino SPC? It's changing the flooring industry. Durable, waterproof, with amazing looks that are blowing our customers away. Rhino SPC has 20 and 30 mil wear layers, making it more durable and easy to install. Costless Carpet stocks over 25 different visuals and has wide planked woods and 12 by 24 tile designs too. To find your nearest store, visit costlesscarpet.com.
Your whole health is more than what you find at the doctor's office, because it's all around you. The food you eat, what makes you happy, and what keeps you up at night. The place you call home. It's why we created a health insurance company that considers so much more. WellPoint, your whole health is our whole point.
Don't miss Quality Stoves and Spa's Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything. Save up to $3,000 off Quality Stoves and Spa's large selection of hot tubs and swim spas. Hurry, sale ends Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spas, Post Falls.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
It's the return of summer-like weather this weekend. With warmer temperatures, that means increased fire risk. And that's why our team of weather experts, including meteorologist Matt Gray, have declared Sunday a weather alert day.
I wish we didn't have to be talking about this again.
One more.
We had a wonderful month where things were cool and there was rain and it was quiet, right?
It felt good,
It's exactly what we needed. Unfortunately, the next couple of days, we're heading back into fire season mode. And so I want all of you to get back into fire season mode with me. And we just need to be real careful as we head over the next couple of days, because it is not only going to be hot. You've certainly felt that summertime heat here in the middle of September today, but we also are going to have very low humidities and pretty windy weather as we head into the end of the weekend. And so for Sunday, when we expect the windiest weather, we have a 4 News Now weather alert day, so you know that, hey, something's up. You got to pay attention to it. Here's the situation. A fire weather watch, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Sunday, the driest part of the day, and will likely be the windiest part of the day across North Idaho and the Panhandle, and then all the way across the Columbia Basin. So the vast majority of all of you watching at home in the inland Northwest are going to see these fire weather conditions. Humidity is going to play a huge factor in this. We always talk about humidity in the peak of the fire season. Well, guess what? Here in mid-September, down below 15% in many areas for Sunday, right during the windiest portion of the day, as we have a couple of cold fronts coming through Sunday and then another one on Monday. Monday's going to be cooler and more humid, though, but those winds on Sunday gusting to around 30 miles an hour. So if something gets started, it could go fairly quickly. So everybody just needs to be fire aware on Sunday and be extra careful. Even tomorrow, because look at these temperatures tomorrow. Certainly looks like summer weather as we see upper 80s, low 90s, even some upper 90s in parts of our region. Luckily, some cooler weather is on the way, and I'll be talking about that coming up.
Thank you, Matt. The West Bonner School District Superintendent was deemed unqualified to serve after the Idaho State Board of Education denied him of an emergency provisional certificate. Marissa Rio explains what that means in terms of his current employment status.
Brandon Durst was hired in late June when all of a sudden Idaho State Board of Education said he lacked certification. Since he is now denied an emergency provisional certificate, it is illegal for him to continue serving as the West Bonner School District's superintendent. According to the State Board of Education's letter to the West Bonner School District, Durst does not meet all 5 requirements for a superintendent under Idaho Administration Code. The West Bonner District Board's chair said via email that the letter is being taken seriously and, quote, review of the 2 letters are to be included on the board's September monthly meeting agenda, which is scheduled for September 20th. At this point in time, any other statement at this time would be premature and inappropriate. Though it is illegal for Durst to serve, he is still listed as superintendent on the district's website. The Idaho State Department of Education said via email, decisions regarding how this will impact Mr. Durst's day-to-day employment are left to local board of trustees. Brandon Durst had a lot to say today on social media. In reply to someone who said he should have spent 5 years teaching, Durst replied, "Maybe it's better I didn't know those things so they didn't cloud my judgment and keep me from doing things that need to be done. What you describe is exactly what is wrong with public education. You have to be in the club to lead. That's one of the reasons why public education is failing." He ended by writing, "The children are depending on us." It's unclear how the West Bonner School District plans to handle this situation, but every day that Brandon Durst serves as superintendent, it's in violation of the law. For more information, you can visit our website at kxly.com. Reporting in studio, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Marissa, thank you. Today, a marker was placed on a Spokane home dedicated to the only real daughter in the entire state, Isabel Conway. A real daughter is someone who was the actual daughter of a soldier during the Revolutionary War. Conway's marker was honored by the Washington State Society Daughters of the American Revolution, a group made up of women with family ties to soldiers or patriots in the Revolutionary War. The historical marker sits in front of Conway's actual Spokane home from the early 1900s.
She is the only one buried in Washington State, so it is a real honor and a privilege to dedicate this marker in front of her home that is still standing. But it's just, like I said earlier to the women that have assembled, it gives me goosebumps.
There are only a little over 700 women in history that hold the title of real daughters. Around the Northwest, community members in Seattle want justice for a woman whose death was mocked by a police officer. John V. Kandula was struck and killed by a police officer's car going 74 miles per hour, nearly 3 times the speed limit, while she was crossing the street. Now the Seattle Community Police Commission is speaking out following body camera video of another officer mocking the value of her life and laughing at her death.
I was heartbroken. I was disgusted. What the community wants, what the police commission wants, is a culture change at SPD.
In the video, Detective Daniel Arterer laughs at the 23-year-old graduate student's death and appears to talk about what might happen if the victim's family sued the department. Here's that video.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead. Yeah, just write a check. Yeah. $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
In response, Governor Jay Inslee said, quote, "It's hard to think of more hurtful things to say to magnify the scope of an already terrible tragedy than what is said in that video." The Northeastern University Seattle campus, where Kandula was studying, will honor her degree posthumously to her family. Washington, D.C. is once again staring into the face of a financial dilemma. If some sort of deal isn't made by the end of the month, the government will have to close its doors.
We're going to get this done. Nobody wins in a government shutdown.
A deal is a deal. They should keep their word, and they should keep the government open.
The White House says Congress should move forward with the bipartisan agreement voted on and approved earlier this year. Though while there's pushback on that, it does want a short-term measure to pass while negotiations continue. Linwood Elementary is now the first school in Spokane to go solar. This week, 123 solar panels were installed on Linwood's roof by Ellensburg Solar. The project is expected to be complete and ready for students to use next week. Allison Martinez joins us to share what this change means for your kids.
Linwood Elementary is going solar thanks to the Washington State Solar Grant Program. These panels were installed this week and are almost ready to use.
It's a power move for Linwood Elementary. Last year, Spokane Public Schools applied for Washington's Solar Grant Program. Once awarded, Linwood was chosen for its building's conditions, though plans for more schools to go solar are in the works.
It's one of our largest elementary schools as well, and so it'll benefit even more kids and more families, so we thought that was great.
Colby Pione is the operations manager for Ellensburg Solar. He says the panels will supply 7 households worth of energy every year.
So this specific system is a 123 panel system. Each panel is 545 watts of power. All in all, it's going to save the school about $9,000 a year in power savings that this system individually will produce and give back to the school.
The panels will include a web interface where kids can learn about the power generator and the trees they're saving. Linwood principal Tricia Gassell says she's looking forward to her students' reactions to the solar panels.
You know what? They're always excited about anything that's new, so I think they're going to be pretty excited about, oh my goodness, we're the only school in Spokane Schools that has this.
This project is part of Spokane Public Schools' dedication to making smart economic and environmental choices.
Linwood loves to kind of give back, and in the spring we do a recycling project, so we're going to kind of tie it into making sure that we're taking care of our environment and looking for our future.
Reporting in Spokane, Allison Martinez, 4 News Now.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Walker's Furniture.
It's time to heat things up with Falco's annual More Than Fair sale. Our Enviro Fireplace showroom is simply too big to bring to the fair. So if you'll come see us, we'll give you the best deal on all Enviro pellet and gas heating appliances. Enviro Fireplaces at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the 4-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
The face transplant patient's new life with his new girlfriend. Next, Inside Edition. He thought everything was lost after his car crash. He never expected to find love again. His new face, new life, and new love.
I just was attracted to his personality.
Then, how to tell if someone's lying. The dead giveaways, straight from the hot bench judges.
We're the lie detector.
Watch the next Inside Edition.
Watch 4 News Now at 6 and Inside Edition at 7.
Progressions Credit Union is here to give you the 411 on how you can earn 4.11% APY with Kasasa Cash Checking. It's easy. Qualify to earn rewards like ATM surcharge refunds up to $25 for doing everyday account activities. Activities like 1 direct deposit or ACH deposit or withdrawal, 12 monthly debit card transactions, and enrolling in e-statements. Call or go to progressionscu.org today and ask about our limited time offer of $200 cash bonus when you open a Kasasa account.
It's time to heat things up with Falco's annual More Than Fair sale. Our Enviro Fireplace showroom is simply too big to bring to the fair. So if you'll come see us, we'll give you the best deal on all Enviro pellet and gas heating appliances. Enviro Fireplaces at Falco's, 9310 East Sprague.
Backyard barbecues, family gatherings, now is the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived and Jacobs really has the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dinner sets, umbrellas, and much more. Hurry in and experience for yourself the high-quality outdoor furniture at Jacobs Custom Living that will make your deck, patio, or cabin a wonderful place for gatherings all summer long. On Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
Well, hey, take a look at the new Minecraft exhibit at the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. Since its release in 2009, Minecraft has become one of the most popular video games of all time. I don't even need to tell you that. My nephew, Easton, will tell you all about it. The exhibit features life-size creatures and backdrops from the game, and the exhibit will be open in Spokane until December 31st. Go check it out this weekend if it's too hot.
Certainly tomorrow afternoon might be a good time to do some indoor activities. It's going to feel like summer out there, and we have talked at length through this program about the fire danger that comes along with that and our transition, and what is going to be a quick transition from upper 80s to struggling to hit 70 degrees in the span of just 4 days. We're going from summer to fall, just like that. Let's show you how this plays out here. So high pressure sitting over us. We got sunny skies. We've got it, unfortunately, added fire activity, and we've got these hot temperatures, hot by September standards, just so I'm being clear. But then we get a cold front come in. That's going to pick up the winds on Sunday. That's why we have that fire danger and why we had that weather alert day on Sunday. Once that passes, we have another shot of cool air that comes in, and this one is a whole lot bigger. We're going to start to feel it on Monday, so Monday's another windy day, and then watch what happens here. Those winds turning out of the north, and all of this cool air is just getting pushed down right into our neck of the woods, and things are going to feel like fall very, very quickly. How quickly? Well, look, don't get married, don't even get engaged to these numbers, but just take it as a general idea of what we're going to be looking at for basically a week from now. Next Thursday morning, we are talking about some pretty chilly temperatures. The ones in the blue, right in that frost range for many of our northern valleys, places like Athol, places on the Palouse. As you head south of St. Mary's into Layton, Benoit counties, Pend Oreille County, Stevens County, Ferry County, all of those northern valleys, they cool off pretty significantly as we start to see clear skies and rapid cooling once we get past some of the more active weather at the start of the week. And this is right on time here as we get into late September now for our first freezes and frosts of the year in many of our higher elevation and northern communities. So certainly going to feel a whole lot like fall in just a few days from now. In the meantime, a summer vibe for the days ahead. 82 in Spokane, 81 as we get set for a beautiful evening. We'll be down to the low 50s, a few upper 40s in the morning, and then quickly pushing our way up with our temperatures well on their way to the 80s as we go through the day. So our lows tonight, generally 50s, still some chilly spots down to 40 in Deer Park for tonight. That's certainly going to feel pretty good in the morning, but then look at this, very summer-like conditions. Likely we will hit 90 for a brief moment in downtown Spokane as well as parts of the valley. So, hey, enjoy it because this may be the last time for a long time, considering how much cool air is going to get pushed down into our area, as you saw in the extended forecast. And we're also going to keep an eye on air quality. In fact, we were just watching on satellite here, circled here, a new smoke plume right on the Montana border. Don't think anything's going to get too crazy as far as smoke production, but certainly it's something we'll monitor for you as we go through the weekend. Also have a chance of rain coming in with this weather system as we head into Wednesday. So it's definitely going to feel a lot different in just a few days from now.
Just need to pay attention this weekend to that alert day on Sunday. Thank you, Matt. Well, in just a few weeks, the inland Northwest will be filled with beautiful fall colors. And tonight we're heading east to give you a preview of what to expect when the leaves begin to change. Let's go for a ride on the Air 4 drone over Coeur d'Alene.
artist specifically, color is what motivates me. Color is what brings me life and joy. Watching all of the colors change, especially around Coeur d'Alene and around the lake, is just amazing. And here you get like the bright orange and yellows, and then you'll see that reflected in the lake. So we just have so many amazing scenes around here that get you excited for fall. My favorite spot is the Centennial Trail leading out to Higgins Point around the lake. You get those big leafy trees, and right now they're bright yellow and bright orange. I am a painter, and my paintings are all about celebrating the Pacific Northwest. So I love the Pacific Northwest, born and raised. It brings me so much joy to be able to try to capture some of that on canvas. So I paint a lot of local scenes. As an artist, I'm just very inspired by color, and I'm inspired by the beauty around us, the mountains, the trees, the rivers and lakes. So that's what most of my paintings focus on. My students here at the Kroc Center, I always ask them, what's your favorite thing about fall? And all of them said the changing of the leaves and jumping in the leaves, and yeah, it's kind of bringing joy to everybody. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I love Coeur d'Alene. I love the whole Pacific Northwest. We're so blessed here.
Here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup tonight.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
How do you think this commercial should start?
A calming melody, and it says like what it's like to have an early savings account as a kid. And the star of the commercial will be me.
My mom taught me the importance of saving, and I wanted to pass that on to my kids.
It's cool because every month you get to put money in your early savings account.
Do you think you'll make a budget for yourself one day?
Totally.
Did you just buy a new home and don't have a lot of extra cash on hand for furniture? Or are you upsizing your home and need to fill it? Consigned Furniture in Liberty Lake can help by saving you thousands on decorating your home. With over 60,000 square feet of inventory, we have a variety of unique, budget-friendly items that will add value while saving you a ton of money. And the best part? You don't have to overspend. Buy here and save up to 70% off retail with countless designer name brand options to choose from. Consigned Furniture, the smart way to buy, easy way to sell.
This isn't the end. I know it feels like it sometimes. I know that it can be such a struggle to get out of bed in the morning, to move forward, just take one more step. But you have to. There's no other choice. You can't continue the way you've been going. Don't give up. Keep moving forward. There's always someone who's going to be there to help you.
Mr. Casino Hotel in Chewelah is giving you a chance to win $45,000 to spend towards a new Chevy, or you could win $35,000 cash. Your choice. Play your favorite games at Mr. Casino Hotel to earn entries. The more you play, the more chances you have to win. Join us Saturday, September 30th, starting at 6 p.m. for your chance to win. Learn more at MrQuad.com.
4 News Now and STCU are recognizing volunteers who make a difference in our community. Today we honor Sean Davis.
Sean's leadership and creative direction empowers Believe in Me to fulfill their mission, raising critical funds for our community's youth.
Sean volunteers at Believe in Me, which is a program that helps every kid develop the confidence they need to succeed in life.
If I'm going to spend my time volunteering for something, it really needs to be something I believe in. It's a great way to make an impact in our community.
26 years strong.
The Spokane Fire Department hosts its 5th annual Junior Fire Academy this Sunday. Kids can participate in hands-on activities and learn more about what it's like to be a firefighter for a day. The Fire Department Community Risk Reduction Manager shares why they continue to do this program for kids in the community every single year.
Because it gives us a chance to connect with our community outside of an emergency, and it also gives us a chance to share some safety messages with families. The curriculum is all tailored around developmental needs and safety needs of young children in the home. And then our other motive too is it's never too early to start thinking about a career in the fire service, and we love the opportunity to connect with our community and let kids feel what it's like to be a firefighter, even if it's just for a little bit.
If you'd like to attend, the Academy will be held at River Park Square this Sunday from 1 until 3 p.m. The event is free and all families are welcome. Well, many of us will be watching the Cougs face off against Northern Colorado this weekend, but there are plenty of other great college football matchups you can watch right here on ABC. ESPN's Reese Davis and Desmond Howard give us a preview of this week's matchups.
College game day in one of the most picturesque settings in all of college football in Boulder for Colorado State. That's on ESPN late Saturday night. But Desmond, 3 games on ABC, starting with Florida State at Boston College.
Tell you what, this is an interesting game because I heard that the wind is going to be like maybe 25 miles per hour up there for this game. Boston College is a red bandana game, meaning they're going to come out a lot of emotion, but Florida State, they have so many weapons on the offense. Keon Coleman, transfer from Michigan State, is having an exceptional year so far. I think that Florida State will overwhelm them in the fourth quarter.
3:30 Eastern time. Alabama's on the road at USF. Wouldn't be surprised to see Alabama maybe take a different approach at quarterback this week.
I wouldn't either, especially after the game Jalen Milroe had last week against Texas. Very dangerous dual threat quarterback. But when it comes to sitting in the pocket, executing the offense, he's not that great. This is exactly what Alabama needs. Coming off of that Texas loss, playing against USF, they'll get back on track.
And then prime time on ABC, the backyard brawl, separated by about 80 miles, Pitt and West Virginia.
Oh, man, I was looking forward to this game, but then Pitt lost to Cincinnati last week, so, Narduzzi, he had some very intense film sessions this week. Phil Jurkovec, the quarterback, I think he's going to have an outstanding game. Pitt will bounce back and beat West Virginia.
On the road.
Yes, sir.
It would not be almost heaven in Morgantown if that's the case. Great day of games on ABC.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
If you're looking to score big on the best lineup of new and used vehicles, then come on down to Finley.
At Finley Downtown Toyota, we are loaded with new Tundra and Tacoma trucks, as well as brand new all-wheel drive SUVs just in time for winter. And if you're looking for a quality used vehicle, we are full of great choices that come with a 3-month, 3,000-mile warranty.
So if you're looking for a touchdown of savings, you can find it at Finley. Finley Toyota's downtown.
4 News Now is brought to you by Pape Machinery.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, Season 2, September 18th. Weekdays at 2, only on 4 News Now.
I'm a proud WSU alum, and so working for a financial institution that supports WSU holds dear to my heart. What we're really excited about is this summer we're doing the Week of Welcome, and every year people look forward to this as we do a wonderful crop art, which welcomes all the students and the entry diplomamen when they come in, they're ready for back to school.
BCU has been affiliated with the Crop Art Project since 2019, so this is our 5th year working with Stan Hurd and WSU.
When the students come, you can see them lined up for 27 miles coming in. Whoa, we're back, hey, and everybody kind of connects a little bit.
It's really special to see a fun project like that come to life.
It's a visual representation of the support that BCU provides. It's a beautiful piece of artwork, and it's something that connects all of our alumni and students across the country, not just here in Pullman. So that's what I love about it, honestly.
We rent china, glassware, tents, barbecues, flatware, linen, stands for staging, tables, chairs.
A to Z rental, no job too big, no job too small.
Jackhammers, jam throwers, washers, stump grinders, saws, generators, skid steer, excavator, dingoes, trailers, tractors, nailers, staplers, hole diggers, tillers, mowers, yard vac, aerators.
Call A to Z rental at 509-924-2000 or go to rentatoz.com.
We rent everything, man.
Now open in Airway Heights.
At A to Z Rental, we rent everything.
Don't miss
Quality Stoves and Spa's Fair Savings Event. Massive once-a-year discounts on everything, including Quality Stoves' large selection of fireplaces, inserts, and stoves, featuring Low-Pi and Fireplace Extraordinaire. Sale ends Saturday at Quality Stoves and Spa's Post Falls.
4 News Now is brought to you by Becker Buick.
Coming up tonight on Nightside, a brand new middle school, but no way to get there. That's the struggle for many parents sending their middle schoolers to the new Pepper-Zach Middle School. Why Spokane Public Schools says they still can't accommodate all the students who need to take the bus to that school.
And get the flannels out. You are gonna need them next week We're talking about struggling to get to 65 on Wednesday with some showers. Oh, it is going to be really, really something. And we can also mourn the passing of summer at the same time this weekend. And we can also tell you, be careful out there. Let's get to this weekend. Let's not start new fires. Let's get to that beautiful weather on the other side.
Yes. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you.